What is BitTorrent? BitTorrent is a network protocol designed for file sharing. Usually, a user shares a file by uploading it to a website where other people can download it. In BitTorrent, each user effectively becomes a server and serves the file. Other users can download a file from anyone who owns a copy of that file. For example, Alice has files A and B that she would like to share. Bob has files A and C that he would like to share. Charlie wants to download file A. To do that, Charlie would first visit a torrent hosting website like the Pirate Bay to find a torrent file for file A. A torrent file is a small file that contains information on how to find the actual file. It is not the file itself. Similarly, a torrent hosting website also does not host the actual files. It only has the torrent files. Charlie would use a BitTorrent client like uTorrent to open the torrent file. Internally, the torrent file contains the location of trackers. The trackers are the web servers that know which user has which file. The BitTorrent client would ask the tracker, "Who should I download file A from?" The tracker would say, "Download it from Alice and Bob." Alice and Bob will also use a BitTorrent client to upload the file. It doesn't need to be uTorrent, but it can be. Charlie's client would connect to Alice and Bob's clients to download the file. Alice and Bob are peers of Charlie. This is why BitTorrent is also called peer-to-peer network. Once Charlie finishes downloading the file from Alice and Bob, Charlie becomes a server to serve the file to other users. For example, David. Serving files to others is called seeding. Conversely, downloading but without uploading is leeching. If a file has many seeders, then download speed can be very fast. On the other hand, if there are only a few seeders but a lot of leechers, then download speed can be very slow. So is BitTorrent legal to use? The BitTorrent protocol and its software clients are legal. However, it is illegal to share copyright content like music and movies. For example, it is legal to download or upload a copy of Linux distribution, where the developers explicitly open source the project. However, it is problematic to share a copy of Game of Thrones. TV and film studios have filed numerous lawsuits against BitTorrent users and have shut down numerous trackers. One other concern is security. The files are shared by any users on the internet. A malicious user may advertise a file as Call of Duty. However, it is actually a computer virus. A study from the University of Iowa showed that a random sample of 379 files, 18.5% of them contain malware. To mitigate the risk of downloading a virus, check the torrent file's comment and see what the previous users have said. Prefer the torrent with high number of seeds. Use antivirus software to scan the files that you just downloaded. Avoid exe files, BAT files. They are high-risk files that can be a virus. If possible, join a private tracker. They are closed communities, usually with a selection process or invitation only. The members are likely more trustworthy than a set of random users on the web. Thanks for watching. Remember, look both ways before crossing the sidewalk.